Here's a shot. I just want to thank everyone for coming today. Kyle and Sam, you guys did a great job just setting up this day, providing a cool space, making sure everybody can hear us and see us, and just capture the magic that always happens when all of us get together. So I'm really excited.
Yes.
Yeah, super excited. So I wanted to say just thanks for showing up to this. I think it's super fun. Everybody here has such amazing talent in what they do, and I think everybody's always trying to help somebody in a way, even just by the conversations that I hear in the store. And so I thought, with everybody too, it'd be a great way to just have a good discussion, talk about the things that we do kind of every day that help us or even don't help us, and how we can overcome those things, how we can help each other, help others. And I think it's a come on in.
Sorry guys. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to know.
It's all good. But yeah, so I'm just grateful for the Alchemical cabinet here at the Container Park, and it's a really beautiful space to come and have tea and get your sea moss. And so I wanted to introduce Ashley, who's the owner of the store, and yeah.
Thanks, Kyle. So basically, this store started. I've actually gotten a lot of questions lately, like how did we come about? What started all of this? And it's interesting. Its basis is alchemy. I turned a negative in my life into a positive. I was going through postpartum depression. In the beginning, it was really kind of weird for me to, number one, admit that out loud. Like, it felt like something was wrong with me. Like, oh, that's kind of taboo. People don't really talk about that. Like, I'm supposed to be enjoying my son, and these are the moments that are passing by. And so, you feel horrible that you're going through these emotional things on your own. Come to find out, it was literally just a mineral deficiency. Which was magnesium. So it's really powerful what minerals can do, how they can elevate ourselves. Because me, this time 2.5 years ago, I was a completely different version of myself. I was the unhealthy, victimized, woe is me version of myself. So when I started researching holistic solutions for postpartum depression, one thing that I came back to was sea moss, and I learned about it years ago, and I never purchased it just because I didn't know how to make it. It just seemed like a daunting kind of process. But I was like, let's give it a shot, because I've always been a fan of holistic ways. And so that was really powerful, really important for me to kind of transition. When I saw it work for me, I wanted it to work for everyone. I wanted everyone to know, like, I joke now, I'm like, I feel like I'm one of those, like, a disciple of the sea moss, but
it can't say anything to say.
Right, it's so true though. It's like I want everyone to just feel good. So it's not an adaptogen, although it acts very similar to an adaptogen, and like I tell people this all the time, I could probably line all of us up and I could ask all of our different sea moss experiences, which maybe we'll do today.
Yeah.
Like how that helped us. But we'll probably all say something different, which I think is really an indicator of the alchemy that happens inside of us when these minerals are put in place. I could go on a long time about sea moss gel, but what I will say is that the minerals that are inside of the sea moss gel work really well together. So like not only just separately, but we always hear like, oh, vitamin C doesn't process unless you have this. Da, 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 da. These minerals work so well together that it's just like a very smart live mineral. So we created the sea moss gel. I started giving it out to friends and family. Then I started doing delivery. I was single at the time. I needed to make an income, so I was like, let's just get it to the people. So I just make my delivery days once or twice a week, and then I started doing pop-ups. And the pop-ups is really when the magic started happening, because I feel like I started to meet my tribe.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably about 6 or 7 months after I started doing pop-ups that I meet all of you guys separately. I think I actually met you guys first. I met Michael first. I saw Sable, but I never talked to her. And then I would see her and I'm like, I'm gonna talk to her next time. So the next time I saw her, I talked to her. I was like, hi, I'm Ashley. I see you all the time. Yes,
you wanna be friends?
Right. Yeah, and then
don't say mermaids.
Literally, Mio came to me, and that was really cool. Then we all met. We were at a pop-up together.
We were at Violet's
Vegan.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys come with your sign that said like Alchemy Within, and you guys were like, where are you gonna sit up? And I was like, right here. Right here is perfect. So
yeah. And then Austin and I had a little booth, and I remember like, dude, they make pipes. They make pipes with crystals.
beautiful how it kind of involuntarily just like naturally happened, like unfolded, and
Yeah.
to see everybody's individual powers and magic that they have and how that contributes to the collective is really something I'm so like grateful for and proud to be a part of every day. Like, because before this I was lone wolfing it. Honestly.
Yeah, because when I met you, it was pop up, and then you were just opening the store, and then all of us started like, oh, well, we all have something we can sell at your store.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened, where we're like, I have decks, like, you know, if whatever, we were doing tea and tarot, and then it just like started with like a few products and a few vendors, and now there's so many.
Yeah.
And it happened really fast too,
Uh-huh.
because I believe the pop-up started around like spring
Like 4 months of
2021.
just
Yeah,
us leaning there. We're like, we're gonna open this door.
Right.
and the store opened December 2021?
Mhm.
2022.
22.
2022, and it just, we've been all like this great community of friends
And, like,
trying to heal the community.
Sound bowl healings, events,
Tarot.
tea and tarot, like soap making, jewelry wrapping, learning to work with our hands and also our intuition and
Working with nature, I feel like has been a pivotal. I feel like we honor nature, number one, and then we work with nature. I feel like each
Elements.
one of us works with nature to some degree, right? And then we bring all those creations into the alchemical cabinet so people can expand and grow and heal themselves. Like, that's really like my goal for all of this. Everything is to build a community and to show people that they can heal themselves. We may provide the tools, but they're doing the work. We're always going to be here to support people, but ultimately the work is for each of us to do on our own, you know?
I do think that starts with like quality of food, quality of ingredients that you're intaking every day. You
move
know,
my bag of chocolate.
I mean, it's a balance. You know,
Yeah.
right? I love chocolate, and I also like I love yerba mates with lots of
I'll hold
sugar.
my coffee
You know.
closer.
But yeah, I mean, I think using the elements in what we're doing, it kind of just it helps us make sense of the process of like, you know, making sure we're drinking clean water that's really good for us, getting fresh, clean air. Yeah, got some vibration going on. It's all good. We are at the container park, so I do want to say like we jumped in this super fast, and I think this is really good and an awesome conversation to just talk about the nutrients that come in sea moss, the nutrients that your teas offer, because I think that's the thing is like when I take sea moss, I don't feel like I'm craving as much sweets or I'm craving as much, just cravings
It's
aren't
true.
there.
Yeah.
So that's my personal experience. I don't know if you guys want to talk about your personal experience with either starting it or even not taking it for a couple of days. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so for me, it was like, it took I think 3 days before I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel something. I felt more energetic. I think it was like the third or the fourth day I didn't take it. I was just like life happened. I probably left the house that day and I didn't take it. And I noticed probably halfway through my day, I was starting to feel tired, like I could use a nap. Then later that night, it kind of dawned on me like the connection, like, oh, I didn't take my sea moss. I wonder if that's a factor. So the next day I took my sea moss and I was like, okay, it feels good to just feel normal, right? Like,
Yeah.
what a weird realization to, like, my baseline
Yeah, your
is
baseline
normal.
Like, oh, okay,
Oh, I
right
feel
here.
good.
Yeah.
Right, and
This is great.
how huge, right, like how huge that is though, because like without our health, I mean, like, how can we go past that, right? Like if we're waking up every day fighting our health, nothing else is going to excel. I mean, that's just the fact.
Mhm.
So it's like we have to break down these disease walls so we can excel. This world is a magical realm with negative and positive, and it's up to us to discern the difference and how to best use that energy to excel, And I think physical health is one of those ways that we can harness our power with herbs, with sea moss. I mean, we do magic all day long. I mean, Sam's here, she knows. You guys are here, we're all, Kyle and Michael, when we are serving drinks for people, I love that when people come in, they're like, oh, I've got an upset stomach. And we're like, got you.
Mhm.
You know, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
like that's a really beautiful thing that I'm really proud to be a part of, and it's really cool to see everyone put their own magic
So
on it.
what would
know?
you give them for upset stomach?
Ooh, I'd probably go with like a chamomile, fennel, peppermint, probably.
All I
Sounds
know
really
is whenever somebody's like doesn't feel good or they're like, I need a detox, I'm like, dandelion tea. Dandelion motherfucking tea. It's gonna clear you out.
Yeah.
Stay home for a couple days.
Right, right.
Everything will be alright.
I love the dandelion as like a coffee replacement, honestly. It tastes better than coffee.
It tastes
and
good,
you
yeah.
don't feel like the effects of coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't feel like a little crackhead after
Right.
jitters and
Right.
I like
Right.
that too.
Or even for me, I feel like it's the acidity.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I feel like
yeah.
it on me, coffee is very acidic,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like,
Right.
and with the dandy latte, you don't feel.
I agree, right,
Yeah.
Tracy?
Yeah.
Right.
I know my mom drinks a lot of coffee, and I get her to try the dandelion tea when she was here, and she'll call me like, can you tell Ashley I need some more dandelion tea? And she'll order like this big ass like jug, because she loves it, and she really doesn't drink that much coffee anymore, so that's really been helpful.
My experience with CMOS, the first 2 times was from exhaustion. Like my body seems to just say stop or I'll make you stop. And Ashley gave it to me both times when like literally I was getting fever. I don't even think it was an actual diagnosis. It's just my body was exhausted. And then that's when I learned about how magical our body is, and mineral deficiency is literally like we don't have the fundamental elements to conduct electricity, and we're cleaning people for a living, energetic wise. So I needed the fundamental like components to be able to flow and to work, and even emotional balance and mental clarity was probably all deficiency. So I didn't even know that. Basically, I was like running without an oil change for like almost all of my life.
Yeah. I know I'm like really picky when it comes to eating things and trying things, but there's no the consistency of like sea moss when you put it in things. You can't taste it, you can't even feel it. You just it's like it's in there, but you don't
It's
even
just
know.
one of those things I just add to my smoothie and like, okay, done.
Yeah, I put mine in my
I actually
smoothie
eat like
or
a
my
monster, and I just like end up liking it all over, and just before I shower, and then I go upstairs.
Yeah, I do that too. I know we started our CMOS challenge, I think we're on day 6 now.
Yeah.
And I saw someone post and they had just like raw dogged it, just like, and just like, ugh. And I was like, no, rookie mistake. But it's funny, so.
I feel like that's how I do it now too.
Do you?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll
It's
just
not
eat the
eat it.
teaspoon
Yeah.
and then I just drink my tea.
I've done it like
Yeah.
twice. I'm not gonna lie. It's
As long
still
as texture isn't
I
a
don't
thing
mind
for
it.
you.
Oh, the
Yeah, it
texture
doesn't
doesn't
bother
bother
me.
me.
I've had
flavor's
worse.
fine.
Serious. Mia!
Applesauce?
Applesauce, sushi,
Applesauce is worse.
kimchi. I don't know.
mayo.
So okay, good question. We should introduce ourselves a little bit about what we do.
Yeah.
You sure? Keep it
Yeah, I
fun,
mean,
sure.
we can do that in the middle of the podcast.
I love it. Yeah, someone else go first. Michael, you go first.
Okay.
And Michael should go first.
What do we do?
Just
Introduce your magic.
Yeah.
You are.
Where's the camera? Where-
All of it.
I mean,
There's like
How?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My name is Michael. To all the cameras. I think all of us have a collective, not just one brand of what we do. So it's all in health or wellness. Mine would be, I guess, energy work, natural medicine, spices, herbalism. I kind of just find solutions, and I'm really big on throwing everything out the window and then just saying like, well, I guess I know that I don't know anything, and we're gonna try it this way, and it just keeps reducing everything into like a more simple and efficient method. So I think we're all getting into a kind of a quantum mindset where we're aware. You could do 5 years of therapy, or you could just decide to remove an emotion or feel it and remove it, so it can leave your system already. So we're learning basically applications that is for the benefit of all of our bodies and the collective and individual. It's funny because I'm learning that the universe is very ironic. It says that like it's an individual journey, but it will go better if we help each other out. But it's still like you can't take someone's lesson away. So I think I've even been saying that I went from being a healer to a teacher to not just being a witness. And you just showed up, you did all the work.
Yeah.
I'm just being the conduit of the
Yeah.
energy, or even sometimes just the conversation is literally just being creative on the solution. And most of the time, it's just getting them out of that headspace of where they're at. And that's pretty much what alchemy is using the same, like, I guess, devil or hell energy of your life falling apart and kind of using its own weight against itself to catapult you and kind of get that, like, that fire under your ass to finally move the energy yourself. So I'm really big on teaching people to be conscious of ascension, of consciousness, of energy. Everything is energy, so we can influence a lot of what's happening if we're just aware of what how the game works, I guess you could say. And here at the cabinet, I kind of just I like playing with the day and seeing what people need when they come in. I always say, like, just bring me a surprise, and people will come in to, like, well, just make me a tea. The people from downstairs or people from a city that I already was thinking about today or showed up in the radio or something. So I try to find the little puzzle of every single day, and somehow just relating to somebody from already channeling the information has already healed them before, while they're just buying a crystal or tea or sea moss. And that's kind of what makes them come back, because they feel it's more of a community, not just a business.
I love that.
And you do Reiki here as well?
I do Reiki. I like showing people how to work with crystals. I like showing off and showing them, like, the littlest pebble. They just sit on the chair with their shoulder, or, like, you'll see even, like, their body realign. Sometimes I use my feathers. But we kind of just use the space to help them. Sometimes just the conversation is moving the energy. And I try not to, like, insist on, like, hey, can I touch your shoulders only really quick if they have pain, but I always let them know that we're doing readings today if you're interested, or we offer Reiki if you don't know what that is. Then I just explain to them really quick. I think a lot more people are coming online to energy healing. It's a faster way of processing emotions and traumas instead of traumatizing yourself more. You kind of just get help filtering and combing out the energy, but we also still are a little bit behind collectively, so people don't believe it because you can't really see it. You have to actually experience it to understand it. So it's not something you can explain or try to sell. The energy has to just align for them to come in. And usually it happens. They say, I don't know why I came in. I just looked up and I came inside. I came to the store.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sarah.
Hi everybody, I'm Sable Danielle, and I'm the owner of Unoya Lifestyle. Unoya means beautiful thinking in Greek. And I wanted to just create a space to talk about the shit that, like, life throws at you, the ups and downs, to just learn to, like, love yourself. I'm very big on self-reflection and self-awareness and emotional intelligence, and just learning to trust yourself and your intuition to guide you to your own Unoya, which is like happiness, your own belief and set of rules for yourself. So I have a podcast, I made a reflection journal, I do Mod Podge things here, make rugs, and Ashley and I also do Manifest Moon Days here the week of the full moon. We do Reiki, I do a sound bath, and it's just a safe space to journal and talk about everything that's kind of going on.
So I love that. My name is Mio Baclini. I do have a podcast as well called Souls and Stardust. I'm an oracle deck creator, a photographer. I make things. I help other people make things. But I would say my superpower, I can tap into energy. I can tap into people who have crossed, missing people, whatever people. I get all kinds of stuff thrown at me where they're like, "Can you try to get a message?" I'm like, "Sure." I got somebody right now that's like, "Do you do animal readings?" And I'm like, "Let's try." Like, at this point,
Yeah.
You know,
I love it.
that's not my
said-
specialty,
yeah.
but
Ashley's like, I got an animal I want
Right.
to talk to.
Right. There's this pigeon out here.
The one-legged.
He said,
We have a
"Ooh."
one-legged pigeon out here.
well, for real.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I really want to
Can
talk
I send
to
it
him.
Reiki?
I do.
She does.
She does. He's sweet. He's cute.
That's great.
I love
He's
it.
just living his life.
So yeah, I have just overall passion for mental health and wellness after my own journey of postpartum and hitting the lowest of the lows and turning to meditation and spirituality that really helped open things up within myself and my intuitive gifts, and then learning how to take those gifts and help other people, and not just do readings for people, but also teach other people how to use their gifts. So that they feel comfortable to practice and be in a safe space. We do have a little mini retreat coming up this month. So we're gonna have past life regressions, guided meditation, intuition, development circle, all of that. And then today also our season 5 first episode dropped.
Ooh.
So
I'm excited to
I have so much binging to do because I'm missing 4 seasons.
go for it. Go.
What's the name of your
What's the
podcast?
Souls and Stardust.
Very cool.
Souls and Stardust podcast.
Yes.
Right.
Very cool. You know what is, as I'm listening to everyone speak, it's like this collective energy of multi-dimensional beings. It's funny. So when I was younger, people always had this like negative connotation with like jack of all trades, right? Like, oh, master something. You should master something. But it's like we're here to play, and we're here to paint with whatever we want. If we want to be a master of these 4 things, and I don't even want to say master because I do feel that word kind of implies ego. To me, it does.
Yeah. Student of.
Student of. There you go.
I think everything collapses so frequently now that
Right.
it's kind of like, well, that doesn't apply anymore. That's not valid
Yes,
anymore.
exactly. And it's cool. We're all metaphysicists. Metaphysicists is what I was going to. I like that we all like to track patterns. We like to see cycles. We like to break cycles. We like to start
I
cycles.
like that we all use destruction beneficially, I guess.
Yeah.
Productively.
Not afraid of our shadows.
No. Not afraid of our
Kicking
shadows because
cabinets.
they're not real. When you think of shadows, they're distorted. That's not the real version of ourselves. So it's like that took me a long time to realize that that shadow work is not our truest selves anyways. I don't know, I just kind of segued. But I'm proud of everybody. I think it's really cool to see us continue to develop our skills and to share those skills with others, to teach them. Like I really enjoy the soap making classes. That's something I never, 2 years ago, I would have never imagined myself teaching soap making classes. But I love it and people enjoy it, and it's some alchemy that they can take home with themselves, and I get to educate people on like the benefits of the largest organ in our body and why we should honor that and take care of it and make sure we're not putting crappy ingredients in it, so I'm proud that ours are not. We put sea moss, we put botanicals, it's mineralized. I'm just proud of it.
We have the courage for them to create. 'Cause a lot of people are still at a level where they want to do something, but they would never do it because their hand is still like on the wall, so they haven't taken off.
Right.
So we show somebody like the power and magic of something that's not rocket science. It's temperature and timing. That teaches them to just get out and create, whether they're
And create with intention.
Mhm.
Yeah. Creating stuff intentionally to know, like, okay, every time I use this, I want to clean and purge my energy when I'm in the shower, or something like that.
Well, I mean, every time I look at the back of a soap bottle or shampoo bottle or any conditioner, it's like 40 different chemicals. I don't know what
battery
most of
acid
them are.
drink.
First
And I
one
know
child,
that a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of them, like, just based off of the way they're spelled, I can tell that they have like some kind of oil in them, or like I don't know if they have petrol oil. I don't know what kind of oils they have in them, or chemicals. And then some of them will have like food dyes as well that are good for us. So that's the thing. Like I'll be like trying to relax in the shower and then I'm reading. But I really I love the Alchemical cabinet soap because I love the geisha soap. So like I'll use the geisha soap and I'll try to do like with that
The massage.
massage bar.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I call it geisha soap, but yeah.
I like that.
I use it like as a geisha tool, but yeah, to like use
Like-
lymphatic drainage like down your arm and down your
I
chest.
thought it was like
just
a
to
rice soap or something.
clean it out. But and then also it smells like amazing. So and then it's completely
Magic.
natural, it has no parabens.
And you
no
trust the person that
chemicals.
made it.
And
Right.
you trust
And
the
I
person.
know the person
yeah,
that
it's
made it. I
made with
supported a
love.
small business.
Exactly.
Like,
So
And that's everything in
Yeah.
the store. So like every maker that's in the store is here because they make it with intention. They make it with love.
Like, you know, every single item that was made in here was
Right.
the person that
Right.
had their
Right.
hand to it.
Right. Like if we have someone who's in here making a reflection journal, I mean clearly that was made with intention. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
A lot of intention.
We have a maker, a universal Queen's Touch. I'm trying to look for her candles. She makes her candles on the new moon. I mean, if that isn't the
Perfect.
epitome of intentional, like I don't know what is. So that's one
We
thing.
sold
I'm
3 today.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we're really
That's
excited.
super cool. But everything in here is intentional. So it's like I was gonna say something about energy. There's kind of a theme here.
Everybody puts their hands into whatever they make. Everybody here does some sort of energy work.
Right. It's like the energy is there, and then we make it conscious energy.
Yeah.
We take it and we consciously make
Even
something. It's there.
When we sat to make the oracle decks, and so I did the oracle deck, your girlfriend's no bullshit love oracle, and then I did the positive affirmation deck. And when I sat, even with Austin, to do the I am affirmation, we were like, okay, spirit, give us the words, give us the channeled message that somebody's gonna pull this and it's gonna affect their life and it's gonna affect their day and it's gonna give them whatever that it is that they need. And then it was just like boom, 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 boom. Take
I
this,
love
yeah.
And
Well,
it's
it
always
works.
so on point.
It is.
Even your
transmits
the one you
immediately.
made for the for
We should say
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally did it the other day and it was like I am healing and that was like I'm like on a journey to like heal this year. And I was just like that is so on point.
Love it.
Yeah, I think
It
it's really
happens a
cool.
lot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think it's really cool that we all intentionally create something with the purpose of helping others find themselves and educate themselves so that they could be on their own journey of whatever feels authentic to them.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes somebody stop for 1 minute and go, all right, what if?
Yeah.
Like just realm of possibility. What do I want from my life? What am I doing with my life? I need answers. I need to the self-awareness, the reflection. Like, what the
I've
hell?
never heard somebody say that's a lie when they pull an I am card. It's
Right.
it takes them
I've
out of where
never.
they're at
Mm-hmm.
immediately.
Mhm.
Then like tarot 72 or 78 sometimes, and it's just a lot. It's very complex, but the I am just everybody can identify.
It's their language. It's a very. What do we get?
I'm healing my inner child. That's very true.
Nice.
I've been going back to dance lately. Like I was like, okay,
Right.
dance is always what I had. I stopped dancing. So, yeah, this year I'm going back to that. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
really
yeah, I
cool.
saw that's cool.
Yeah, that's really. And you know what about the I am cards? I've had people come in and like in groups of people and kind of you can kind of see like maybe a little skepticism or maybe they're going through something.
They're stealing your cards for sure.
They love them. Okay, well
I'll send
I'm
give you more.
gonna
They're
put a little
stealing
sign.
mine.
They'll pick a card and they'll be like,
Okay.
great,
Thank
thank you.
They're like, this is
Like,
mine.
"Oh,
now."
it's okay, it's okay, you can have it.
It's a compliment to the I am
I'm gonna
deck.
put it on my altar.
Right. I am in alignment. At least tag me. Like if you're gonna
Right.
steal the card, at least
Right.
tag me in it. The info's on there. I am in alignment.
I bet you they're like sitting straight up while watching this.
Mine says I am light.
I am surrendering to the sweetness of life.
Nice.
I think that's what I was doing all month in my little cave, just looking at now. And I'm like, well, I'm alive, so what can I do to enjoy now?
That's good.
What, I'm not sure how much longer we have here, but
About 15, 20
about
minutes, I
15,
think.
20, okay, cool. Do you guys
Or-
want to maybe talk
well,
about
sorry.
like broadly what this year is going to bring to you? I mean, we don't have to get into details, but like, you know, maybe